The UN Security Council, otherwise known as the We Won World War II Club. Its 5 permanent members are supposed to act as arbiters for international disputes and have great clout. But this raises a question: who picked them? Who decided who got a permanent seat and who didn't? Well, to begin, after World War II, the world was in a bit of a mess. Global powers were diminished, empires were crumbling, and a new conflict was beginning to take shape. The victors hoped to never repeat the same mistakes again. And to do this, they would create a board of great international powers to discuss, arbitrate, and vote on conflicts before they became wars. This board was the UN Security Council, and unlike the failed League of Nations before it, the big players were on board this time. So, in early 1945, the original plan for the new Security Council was that it would only have 4 members: the USA, the USSR, the United Kingdom, and the Republic of China. And it won't surprise you that those members largely picked themselves. Whose participation was necessary if the new United Nations was ever going to work? Now, for the US and China, this arrangement worked fine, but for the USSR and for Britain, there were issues. For the USSR, they saw the new council as being dominated by the US and its allies, an anti-communist FOSS. They wanted another nation that would say no to the US. As a compromise on membership, the US offered to appoint Brazil as the 5th member, which the USSR refused to agree to because, again, they saw them as being too closely aligned with the West. Also, Brazil didn't even want to join, so it was a moot point. As for Britain, it had several issues with the current makeup. Its main problem was that as Western Europe's only member, its defense looked like Britain's responsibility, which Britain did not want. That sounded expensive, and honestly, the public opinion of Europe was largely that it just dragged them into wars. And as such, Churchill pushed for a 5th member, France. The reason was that France wanted a major voice and would happily do the defense things that Britain didn't feel like. The USSR agreed with this pick as well, since France was one nation happy to say no to the United States. And with that, France was in, and the 5 permanent members were picked. After this, there were only 2 changes. In 1971, the People's Republic of China took the seat, and in 1991, the USSR stopped existing, and Russia took up its former place, giving us the modern permanent membership.